weight, you know. Horses for courses, Toby. It depends what you want to try and do, mate, yeah.
Of course. And what do you think about calisthenics, like push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and planche, gymnastic skills, handstand push-ups, pistol squats? What do you think about those movements and doing them weighted? Do you think you could get strong off those? Do you think you could build a good physique off them? Be a beast on them? If not, do like a lot of reps when it comes to it, but do them weighted or hard skills, especially at a heavy body weight.
I think bodyweight exercises are brilliant. I think push-ups are brilliant. I think bodyweight squats are brilliant. Mike Tyson press-ups, all of them, I think they're brilliant. Yeah, handstand press-ups if you can do them, brilliant. I mean, if you look, I'm not saying it's great to be like this, but if you look at guys that are in jail, a lot of them just live on calisthenics, and some of them are super jacked. Really unbelievable. And the thing is with calisthenics, it gives you like a functional strength, especially in your upper body, like pulling yourself up, the muscle ups, things like that. I mean, I never did a lot of them when I was younger. I wish I did. I do a lot of body weight stuff now, loads of press ups and things, and I'm trying to do shoulder hands, push ups against the wall for shoulder presses, handstand push ups, I think you call them. I'm trying to work on them for my shoulders now, actually. But the great calisthenics is brilliant. I mean, definitely, yeah.
I agree.
Brilliant.
And can you elaborate more on your sandbag, boxing, and GPP training and tips, and what are the benefits?
Personally, the sandbag to me it's a heavy, awkward object. It mimics real life opposition. I mean, if you wrestle people or you get involved in a tussle, it's just really using your grip to grip the fabric, an awkward, unwieldy shape. It develops muscles that lifting a perfectly balanced barbell can't do, basically. To me, it fits in. It's the missing link with physical strength training. Using heavy, awkward object sandbags, it develops that brute strength that perhaps technical barbell lifting maybe is lacking a little bit. Barbells are king. I think barbells are king in my opinion, but the sandbag work on top of that can give you that ruggedness that it's just give you the egg. Yeah, give you the edge. Yeah. The boxing training.
You in that garage, just doing like 10-minute freaking walks with a heavy sandbag.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've always done it. I mean, I once did it. I put like a 70-kilo sandbag on one short, a fireman's carry, walked up this small mountain, which is near where I live, and then I would bear hug it, put it on the other shoulders, just to see if I could do it. Just bought 70 kilos worth of sand when I was about 37. I did it, just for a challenge. It's quite a high mountain, small mountain. It's called Rosebery Topping. It's in near Middlesbrough where I live. You won't know it. It's obviously a different part of the world, but 70 kilos, it's brilliant. I mean, it can give you superhuman because the weight's on your shoulder and it's pressing down on your breathing apparatus. So you have to be really fit because it stops you from breathing, but you have to keep on going. It's more of like a mental strength thing, that one. It really sort of gives you that mental strength not to give in. Like that's what the sandbag is. The bag work and the boxing training that I do, that is just for what I call impact training. As you get older, as you'll probably imagine, if you train long enough, you'll see it, that you lose everything. You don't just lose a bit of strength, you lose the ability to move dynamically, to move your body in an athletic fashion. So if you don't want to lose, you've got to practice it, which is why I try and do a lot of things now. That's basically what it's for, just so I can keep doing it. I've always did it. I've always did it when I was younger. I did all that when I was younger, but I've just started doing it recently, just to sort of make sure I don't go too far back over, you see. Yeah.
And thoughts on like high pulls, weighted jumps, power training, and what's the carryover to strength?
Basically, the high pulls, a very fast, explosive pull from the floor, which builds my deadlift muscles. It strengthens the deadlift muscles, hits the upper back, all the relevant areas, but it doesn't make me too sore. So the next day I can go in, I can do some jump rope, skipping, bag work, pads, hit the pads. It's more of an athletic training thing. if I was to try and deadlift 600 pounds slowly and grind it, the next day I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't be able to walk very well. Never mind move around the bag and throw punches or do speed work or spar or do anything like that. So it's basically just a way to keep my strength and be able to fit in all the other types of athletic training that I do.
And what about weighted jumps? What do you think about those?
That's because, I like weighted jumps. I do them from various height boxes because doing it with weight dynamically onto a bench can actually keep your squat high. It can actually keep your squat strong, even though you're not using a barbell, because you're lifting your weight dynamically for lots of repetition onto a bench. So you can actually
like high pulls, right?
Yeah, it maintains your basic barbell strength. Then I can test the strength later on. Strength with the barbell is not far off, but it allows me to do other training as well. See, if you just do basic powerlifting training, you're going to be sore all the time, and that's why a lot of powerlifters and they're just not very athletic. They can't do anything, which is like it's the antithesis of what really it means to be in shape. To be in shape, you should be able to do a lot of things. If all you can do is like lift and then you're sitting around for the rest of the week, you can't move. It's like that's a very specialised approach, isn't it? Which there's more to life than just doing that. So I like to do a wide variety of different exercises, and these basic explosive movements that you've just mentioned there, they help maintain that strength. So I can go in, and if I wanted to squat 500 pounds, I can do without hurting myself. So but then as well, I can do the other stuff that I couldn't do before. So it's just a way of fitting it all in, Toby, really, without leaving myself too sore. Yeah.